Okay, so this talk is aimed at targeted individuals trying to explain and to also assist you with what you're going through. Those of us who are targeted individuals, who are the older targeted individuals who's been through this, sometimes as I was going through it, listening to other people's stories helped me, because obviously you tend to think that you're the only one who's experiencing it, but when you hear other people going through it, it helps you a little bit. And the targeted individual community is very broad. There are people who are in it because they see some kind of monetary incentive or opportunity to make money, but then there's people who are genuinely there. Now you can tell the difference. If somebody's got high-end production, they're going to have high-end production costs so they're going to need to generate money, so it becomes more and more about generating money to make up to cover their losses than it is to deliver a message. As you can see with my videos, they're always low end. I don't have any problems with production costs, so I'm not really trying to make money. Obviously you have to make money because you got to survive, you got to eat. But I'm not, the aims of my talks is not primarily to make money from you. I'm just trying to air my views, because obviously speaking out loud and then listening to what you said also helps you, assists your mind. Your mind is a bit like a baby. Everybody knows that. That's why people do neuro-linguistic programming on your mind, because they know that your mind reacts like a baby. That's why hypnosis works. So you must be the master manipulator for yourself. You must always talk positively out loud to yourself. This is how you gain control, and this is how you become the boss of in your situation. So you have to learn how to deal with your powers, these are empathetic powers that you have. So the ability to sense when others are with your thoughts, you know. So the ability to feel when others are have developed a feeling towards your thoughts as they are playing in their minds. So with targeted individuals, what we need to learn, what we need to consider, first of all, it's a question that hasn't really had a definitive answer as far as I'm aware. It's basically, I understand what consciousness is, what you are as an individual. You are, your consciousness, your thoughts, and in fundamentally speaking, your consciousness is just a simulation, of the physical universe. You yourself are just you yourself. In terms of the one who's conscious, you yourself are just a simulation of reality. So it's a bit like if you go out in the field and you see a tree, then somebody records it, and then you go and watch the tree on a TV program, or not even recording in that sense, so where somebody does a computational model of the tree and then runs a simulation of the tree, and you look on a monitor on the screen and you see a simulation of the tree. Your consciousness is just a simulation of the tree. It's not the tree itself. It's the simulation. So you're a simulation. And you, as a simulation of reality, is confined within the walls of your skull. That is where you, the simulation of what you're seeing, is confined. So I am a simulation of what I'm seeing, and that definition only applies beneath my skull. Another human being is a simulation of what they're seeing. So if they're standing opposite me, they'll be seeing me and I'll be seeing them. So they are just a simulation of what they're seeing. Now the problem with targeted individuals, not problem, but the mystery about targeted individuals, how on earth does what I'm simulating, how does my simulation end up, yeah, in another human being simulation? Yeah, how can I simulate what I see, and then what I'm simulating happens upon another human being simulation? How does my simulation come out of my skull and end up in another human being's skull? Yeah, so you have to treat things from a fundamental point of view. You have to ask fundamental questions. You got to learn how to cope, yeah, with your powers. Yeah, so no one has yet to give me a definitive satisfactory answer to why my simulation, yeah, is incident in other human beings' simulations. I don't understand that. It's as if when I simulate reality, yeah, it resonates and diffracts into other people's simulations of reality. And this is true for all targeted individuals. Why is that? We do not know. Yeah, but one thing I do know is that knowledge is power, and you must be boss, yeah, over your simulation. You must be boss over it. Yeah, when your attention is grabbed and it's not, and you don't understand why it's grabbed, this is you losing control. So those of you who I've noticed, most targeted individuals complain about seeing red. Scientists will tell you that that's how their consciousness works. You could try it now. Yeah, you can look at something red, yeah, in one direction, and then now try and look in the other direction. The first thing that will be drawn to your mind is another red thing. That's why when you look at the stars, you look at one star, and if you look across the sky, you start seeing all the stars. Yeah. So the fact that you look at something that's red, and then everywhere you look, your attention is drawn to red, you've inadvertently programmed yourself to see red. Or somebody has used neuro-linguistic programming to draw your attention to the color red. So when your attention is being drawn, yeah, and you're mystified to ask why that would be, yeah, you need to take control. You need to take control. You need to do self-hypnosis. You need to always do self-hypnosis on yourself. That means you're the one who's manipulating your mind into seeing what you have programmed it to see. Yeah? So if you're seeing red and it's bothering you, pick up something green, yeah, or blue, yeah, and look at that. You're a bit like a dog that's looking for a lost fucking, I don't know, whatever crap they use dogs to search for. So I'll look at something blue, then I'll look at my surroundings elsewhere. I'm pretty sure the first thing that comes across my mind will be something, the first thing that my attention is drawn to will be something blue. So if I want to stop myself from seeing red, I choose to look at something blue so that I don't have to see red anymore. Yeah? And you can take this a step further. You can say, well, if you want to find the right woman, once you see the prototype, you look at that, and out there, your attention will only be drawn to women who are the right type of woman for you, as you have defined it and chosen. So you must make the choice, yeah, about what you want to see. Yeah, by looking at it first, looking at the color first, yeah, when you look away and start looking into the external world, that's the color that's going to be drawn to your eye. You are now master over yourself. Yeah? This is how you boss yourself. When you hear mind chatter and you feel as if your mind's being occupied, just do that. Just say, right, my attention is being drawn to, I don't know, cats. Yeah? But I like looking at cats. I'll use another example. My attention is being drawn to, like looking at dog shit, right? So you look at dog shit, and then every time you look somewhere, you can't seem to not see. You just see dog shit, right? So you just say, right, okay, now I'm tired of my mind running that way, just being having its attention drawn to dog shit. I'm gonna look at a bottle of water. So you look at a bottle of water, and then you start looking around, and now you've changed, yeah, what you've been programmed, yeah, by whoever is targeting you. You've changed what you've been programmed to do, and you are the one who will never go against your programming. If you forget that it's you that done it, and say, why am I always looking at blue? Yeah, just recall. You should be able to recall and say, oh yeah, it's because I chose, yeah, to look at blue. Yeah, you know, and most of the targeting that you see, they'll be trying to change your behaviors. They'll turn into someone that you're not. There's people who's been turned into different sexes, different sexualities, even different races. Somebody can convince you to take a tablet and become someone else, or darken your skin, or or lighten it, whatever. So, but you have to choose your path. You have the power over yourself. Yeah, you must boss you. And if you have people who are your attention being drawn to certain conversations, like you know, trigger words like why are you saying that? Why are you doing that? And it's every time somebody says those things in a conversation, yeah, you're drawn your attention to. Then you start looking at other conversations, start looking at TV programs about positive things, so that you're drawn to that conversation or fallouts from that conversation. Yeah, and you can even talk to yourself as your attention is being drawn. Yeah, so somebody says, oh yeah, I was walking down the street and I said to someone, don't do that. But all you hear is don't do that. And as soon as you hear that, then you start to tell yourself, well, don't do that. Well, I'm going to do whatever I want. Yeah. I am boss of myself, and you reaffirm your position as the boss. Yeah. Whatever is trying to pass your message, whatever it's trying to say, forget all that. Yeah. If you haven't sanctioned it, it doesn't run that way. Yeah. And you can say, right, okay, you know what? Yeah. I'm even tired of following that. Yeah. I'm even tired of following that trigger word. Yeah. I'm going to think of another trigger word. Yeah. And follow that. Yeah. So this is just a way of you being boss over your simulation of reality. Yeah. Which is what we all are. We are just simulations of reality. Yeah. Now, if it is true, there's no proof one way or another that one simulation can diffract into other simulation, but then you yourself, I have never experienced somebody else's simulation diffracting into me. Like if a woman is in the toilet removing a sanitary towel, I've never actually had images of her in my mind and seen her removing her. I've never seen anyone's private moments. Yeah, but if you find, and you will find this, those of you who are at the beginning of targeting, of being targets, that your most intimate and private moments are going to appear to have been broadcast into other people's simulations. Yeah. Now, this could just be your mind playing tricks with you, just drawing attention to certain phrases to make you believe that your simulation is in other people. Yeah, in which case, whatever is drawing that attention is in you. Yeah, that's when you say, well, if you're in me, let me explain something to you. I am the boss of me. Yeah, in fact, I'm not even going to allow you to draw attention to that. I'm going to now make you draw attention to this, and you start ruling your own mind. Yeah, and when you start to do that, you'll notice that, you know, your quality of life would change. Yeah, you become a better, a much more positive human being. Yeah, and this is one of the ways that I cope as well. I'm gonna end this video because I'm actually program myself to do something else that I need to do right now. Yeah, so one thing I did do, I used to read the Bible a chapter a day. It took me 4 years to complete it. The only book I've ever read. Yeah, one chapter a day. Even if a chapter is 2 sentences, I only keep one chapter a day. Or 2 pages, I read one chapter a day. That's it. So I read it from beginning to end. And, you know, so whatever was in me, yeah, I delivered the gospel to it. Whoever was listening, whoever was experiencing my simulation, I delivered the gospel to them. And that's also a good thing to do, because the word of God is designed to also is designed to help you manipulate yourself, to give you the power to manipulate yourself. That's what Jesus does. He gives you the power over yourself. Yeah, that's it.